connecting you to your community. This is Chris 6 News in your neighborhood.
Hey there, happy Thursday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauver. It's Thursday, so that means we're getting an update on how our drought situation is doing. And while our lake levels continue to change by the moment, I'll give you the latest update on how the flooding situation is evolving down the Nueces River.
As the Nueces River continues to rise, officials are preparing for anyone who may need to evacuate. Coming up, I'll have the latest from George West.
I'm Jada Swear, and coming up, what beachgoers would like to see with the money from the higher parking permit fees they'll be paying.
Hello, and thank you for joining us on Chris 6 News. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. Here's a look at what we have been following across the coastal bend today.
The Nueces River continues to rise here in Live Oak County, and while officials are watching the water closely, they're also making sure that people have the resources they need if conditions take a turn. A disaster relief shelter is now open at George West Junior High. The shelter opened Wednesday afternoon and is operating around the clock. The shelter is providing food, and officials say they'll continue adding cots as needed based on the number of people who arrive. People coming to the shelter are encouraged to bring identification, medications, phone chargers, and other personal essentials if they're available. If you have pets, there is also a separate climate-controlled building next to the main shelter for them. And if you're driving, TxDOT says to never drive through flooded roadways, obey all road closure signs and barricades, and check road conditions before traveling. The Red Cross says if you need assistance, you can call 1-800-RED-CROSS and they will help you. Reporting from the Nueces River and George West, I'm Reagan Garvin, Chris 6 News.
Hey there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauver. Thursday is the day where we get an update on our drought monitor situation. So we've been showing you that across the middle part of our watershed, we're still holding on to some drought. The yellow, not technically a drought, just showing dry areas, but with this week's update, we're starting to see some changes where things are starting to dry out here across the coastal bend because we haven't had much rainfall. In fact, there is drought in parts of Jim Hogg County and the slightly southwest corner of Brooks County. Some abnormally dry patches around Baffin Bay and the southern tier of Nueces County, but we really haven't done much to remedy the drought that is still within the middle and lower parts of our watershed. So this has accounted for quite a bit of the water loss with the flood wave moving down both the Frio and the Nueces River. We'll get an update on that in a moment, but we are going to see hot weather remaining in the forecast. The bullseye of high pressure edging off to the east, or the west, excuse me, is going to continue to keep hot weather right here in South Texas. I'll tell you more about it ahead.
City Council approved the $8 increase in the beach parking permit. The increase is projected to generate an additional $1.1 million in revenue. I'm Jada Swear, and I'm asking beachgoers what they would like to see with that money. If the state gives final approval, the annual beach parking permit would increase from $12 to $20. Beachgoers say if they're paying more, they want to see those dollars put back into the beach.
I'd like to see upgraded restrooms across beaches, and I love public shaded areas that the public can use.
Alex wasn't alone. Many of the beachgoers I spoke with said they'd like to see more than just portable toilets. They want permanent restrooms, additional showers, changing tables for families, and more shaded areas.
A wheelchair accessible ramp that actually goes from the seawall parking lot area down into the beach area. The water should be accessible to everyone and everyone should be able to enjoy the beach.
While better facilities were a common request, some beachgoers say they'd also like to see improvements that make the beach more accessible and convenient for everyone.
I would love to see more beach showers. If there's only one up here on JP Luby, and there's about 200 cars I can see right now. So as you can imagine, that shower gets pretty backed up on your way out. So a few more of those would do all of us pretty well, keeping the sand out of our cars.
He also suggested an improvement aimed at protecting the cars that drive on the beach.
I think a great addition to the beach would be like an undercarriage rinsing strip, so you can get a freshwater rinse on your car on your way out. It'd be a great addition, and it would help maintain the value of your car.
The state still has the final say on the parking permit increase, but beachgoers have great ideas for where that money could go. Reporting from the island, I'm Jada Strayer, Chris 6 News.
I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Jacob Daniels, and they're called flock cameras, and they're mounted all across Corpus Christi, and some neighbors call them comfort, while others call them an invasion of privacy.
These are called automated license plate readers. They're mounted on poles at intersections and neighborhood entrances, and they turn on every time a car drives by, and the camera captures the plate, plus details like the car's make, model, and color. These cameras have made national headlines, so I went out and spoke with some neighbors to find out how they felt.
I feel like we should be able to travel around town, do what we want to do without being tracked or, data tracked or, any of that kind of nonsense.
Like I said, they're already located across Corpus Christi, in the shops at La Palmera, and even at the base of the causeway on Padre Island. Now the question is, who owns them, or better yet, who's using them? Well, I can start by saying who is not using them. CCPD says they don't own any of these cameras and don't have access at all. And they're actually owned by private businesses and other entities. However, just down the road in Robstown, police there say it's a different story after an arrest was made with the help of one of these cameras.
I know there's a nationwide controversy right now about flock cameras, but I can tell the public this: absent those cameras, this never would have happened. We would not have been able to catch this individual.
But not everyone is convinced that it's worth the trade-off.
It just seems like an overreach, in my opinion. I just don't understand how that's even allowed. I mean, it certainly seems like an invasion of our privacy.
Other neighbors disagree entirely.
I think it's really just for safety reasons, to be honest. I don't really think it's privacy or anything, to be honest.
Two neighbors, two very different takes on the same camera. I'll be sure to look deeper into the private companies that own these cameras and figure out how they're being used here in Corpus Christi.
Whether you think these cameras are for safety or an invasion of privacy is up to you, but we'll continue to monitor their purpose and get your thoughts about them. Reporting in the Bay Area, I'm Jacob Daniels, Chris 6 News.
Back to school season is here, and students aren't the only ones preparing. I'm your neighborhood news reporter Jordan Benavidez at Texas A&M Kingsville, where districts from across the region are gathering ahead of the year. Texas A&M Kingsville held its 4th annual Superintendent Symposium today. As many as 17 local districts from across South Texas gathered at the Caesar Claiborne Wildlife Center to discuss hot topics in education this upcoming year. This year, those topics include things like standardized testing, academic progress, student mental health, and accountability for educators. University President Dr. Robert Vela Jr. says the annual symposium is an opportunity to discuss those big topics and find positive solutions. The event also helps build unity among educators and administrators in the region.
It's really to align, make sure that we're aligned with what we're delivering to our partners.
But he says the ultimate goal is opening doors for students of all ages.
The more involved we are and the more part of that community fabric we're in, the more possibilities and expectations our parents are going to have that those students are going to achieve their baccalaureate degrees.
Reporting from Kingsville, I'm Jordan Benavidez, Chris 6 News.
New housing may be coming to one of the busiest parts of Corpus Christi. Next Wednesday, the Corpus Christi Planning Commission will vote on a request to rezone 5514 Greenwood Drive. That's right behind the Walmart and AMC Theater on the city's west side. If approved, the area would be rezoned for hundreds of single-family properties. It is unknown how long it would take for development to start if the area is rezoned.
A major road project will soon change your commute in the Annaville area. Starting Friday, crews will close a section of Starlight Lane. The closure stretches between Sunny Drive and Kingwood Drive. Workers will demolish the old road and pour the new concrete. They will also add new sidewalks, street lights, and better drainage. Detour signs will be clearly marked to help you get around the work zone. The project is expected to last through January. Gas prices are giving consumers pocketbook whiplash. They have been swinging wildly for weeks. According to AAA, today Corpus Christi drivers are paying $3.57 for a gallon of regular unleaded. That's a 3-cent drop since yesterday and a 20-cent drop from last week. But don't let those numbers fool you. Today's average price is still 13 cents higher than what we were paying a month ago. You can blame the roller coaster price ride on the war with Iran. It has caused the prices for a barrel of oil to fluctuate from a low of $80 to a high of $100. This morning, oil prices were just over $88 a barrel after fighting resumed in the war with Iran.
Some people talk about supporting veterans, others prove it. And now Purple Heart veterans are recognizing a business that's doing just that. Team Hardlife's Bait and Tackle has officially been named a Purple Heart entity by Military Order of the Purple Heart, Chapter 598. The designation recognizes businesses and groups making a difference in the lives of veterans, first responders, and their families. So for Team Hardlife, that includes hosting Free Fishing Friday every month, and veterans and first responder families can spend the day on the water with experienced guides using fishing gear and bait provided at no cost.
Team Hardlife supports a respectable amount of active duty and veteran population, including Purple Heart recipients who contribute to our communities in countless ways.
The Purple Heart Entity program is open to more than just businesses. Churches, schools, and community groups across the coastal bend that supports veterans may also qualify for the designation. To learn more or nominate a deserving organization, visit our website, christv.com.
We're watching Chris 6, a part of the Scripps News Group.
Corpus Christi police arrested a man who they say rode a horse to an assault. Officers took 27-year-old DeAndre McGee into custody Wednesday during a traffic stop. Investigators say the documented gang member attacked staff with a rifle on Star Drive last Saturday. Police used a drone to help track him down. Officers later searched a home on Greenleaf Drive and found the rifle. McGee now faces multiple charges, including aggravated assault and drug possession. Austin police say the deadly shooting of a teenager may have been suicide by cop. Investigators believe 17-year-old Antoniel Williams II called 911 on himself Friday morning. They say he reported seeing a young person outside with a gun. Body camera video shows William reaching towards his waistband. He then raised his hands as if pointing a weapon at officers. 3 officers fired their guns and killed the teen.
Police later determined he was unarmed. The officers are now on administrative leave. The department is still investigating the shooting.
The Texas power grid is handling record demand right now, but officials warn it could struggle in the future. The Texas Tribune reports the state expects energy demand to nearly double by 2032. That is because new data centers and population growth. Solar power and batteries are keeping the lights on today, but regulators say Texas needs more natural gas plants for the nighttime.
Wildfires burning in Europe and North America growing more and more extreme worldwide. However, burning is actually down. Estimated from the European Climate Center Copernicus. The report chalks it all up to changes in Africa and Asia. Agricultural practices are changing, they say. Fire management is improving and people are moving around. Now, this year's carbon emissions from fires, they say, are about half of what they were in the early 2000s. Scientists, though, say this does not excuse the fact that fires are getting larger, more intense, and spreading faster, especially true in the U.S. and Canada and Europe. A problem facing lots of hospitals in this country. They are running out of blood. Just the second time that's happened in history. The American Red Cross has now declared a national blood supply crisis, now limiting distributions of type O to hospitals. That is the universal blood type. The nation is down to a one-day supply. Blood donations now at a 4-year summertime low.
All blood types are desperately needed. Blood is perishable. It's going to hospitals as soon as it's being donated. So all blood types are needed. Over 60% of the population is eligible to donate. So we really urgently need people to donate.
Please come in and deal. We're on a crisis. So I finally just said I should do my part and step in.
The FDA changing its protocol to donate over the past few years. Next month, the Red Cross says they'll offer a $20 Amazon gift card to those who come in and donate.
An apartment fire in Beeville has left 1 person dead. Late last night, Beeville police responded to a report of smoke coming from an apartment complex. After helping evacuate residents, officers began searching the apartment units. They found an unconscious man in one of the apartments and immediately began life-saving efforts. The man was later pronounced dead. Police say no foul play is expected at this time, but the investigation continues. The CEO of Goodwill Industries of South Texas is celebrating a major national award. John Owen just received the Kenneth K. King Outstanding Management Award. Goodwill Industries International gives the award for executive excellence. It recognizes leaders who show exceptional vision and commitment to the community. Owen accepted the award during the organization's annual conference last week. Local board members say his leadership has strengthened the nonprofit while focusing on the people they serve.
Hey there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber. Let's talk about the heat. Hot temperatures in the forecast over the next couple of days. I think Corpus Christi may even hit an actual air temperature of 100 degrees as we come back from the weekend. Now, that is very much subject to change depending on how our humidity levels and our wind ultimately pan out, even how many clouds we see, because this is a very delicate forecast with the heat we're dealing with. High pressure overhead has kept our air pretty much stagnant, and so that exact direction of the wind, the fetch of it, determines where we have a little more humidity, keeping the actual temperature on the thermometer down. If we have a little more of humidity, keeping that feels like temperature on the up and up. So we'll continue to watch either way. Hot is hot. Make sure you're staying cool out there, and make sure your pups are too. This dog walk forecast is brought to you by our friends over at Lion of Utah. And so while we continue to go sideways with our friend Oreo here, this pup loves to be outdoors, obviously, around Jim Wells County. We've been feeling the heat too. Temperatures all around are going to take some time to come down. So let's focus on the number that your body perceives that feels like temperature. Staying in the 90s as we head through tonight. It's going to take a while to finally feel some relief. And as we start things out tomorrow morning, still on a hot note. So it's going to feel like the upper 90s by 9 a.m. for most of the eastern half of the coastal bend. And that just gets worse heading into the afternoon. By 12:30, those feels like temperatures all around the coastal bend will be in the middle to even upper 100s. And so we'll be watching to see if we expect to be in the 110s for 2 hours or longer. Remember that wind direction has a lot to influence on it. Then we might see heat alerts issued for this kind of heat. But it looks as of right now, we'll probably stay below it. Still, not a whole lot of difference between feeling like 105 and feeling like 110. Hot is hot, so please be careful. Heat risk is going to be worse for our southern neighborhoods and those that are more inland, noted there in the red. So take it easy out there and stay cool. Here's a look at the next 7 days. A hot stretch of weather continues as we head from July into August.
Corpus Christi Animal Care Services is waiving adoption fees for cats and dogs through August 16th. That's thanks to the Bizzle Pet Foundation's Empty the Shelters event. The foundation is paying the adoption fees at the Animal Care Services shelter. If you're looking for a pet to adopt, visit the Animal Care Services shelter at 2626 Holly Road. Shelter hours are Monday through Saturday from noon to 5:30. A new 7-Eleven store is coming soon to the city's west side. The city's planning commission gave final approval to that project earlier this month. The store will be located on the corner of Agnes and Hyson Road. Construction has already begun at the location. The contractor at the site tells us this 7-Eleven will be as big as a similar store in Driscoll. It will have pumping stations for large commercial trucks. There's no information on a completed date.
All right, let's get one more check on that extended forecast. We are looking at hot weather sticking around the coastal bend and no significant rainfall in our forecast. As I showed you earlier, we're starting to see some of the dry and some of the drought creeping back into the coastal bend. We want to avoid that, but hot weather only makes it worse. We see a lot of that evaporation. So unfortunately, no meaningful rainfall in the next 7 days, but at least we'll get some clouds. That could help us when it comes to the heat. We could see an actual air temperature in Corpus Christi at 100 degrees next Monday. It's something I'm watching very carefully, and you should limit your time outdoors during the heat of the afternoon, especially if you've got young ones, the kiddos, your four-legged friends, and the mature adults. They tend to have a harder time and be more prone to heat-related illness. Obviously, this is an issue that won't be going away as we head into August. We start to see some of our hottest temperatures of the year over the next couple of weeks. So please be careful out there, stay cool, and we'll hope to get some rain back in the forecast soon.
And that's all the time we have for you. Thank you so much for watching Chris 6 News. Have a great one.